Single moms, the world is in crisis. Will you crumble or emerge stronger than before? I'm Nicole Cruz. Some of you know me as Super Busy Mommy Coach. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to learn about the Fight It, Don't Fear It challenge. To respect your time, I'll dive right in. How do some women make it look so easy? As 2020 devolved into chaos, some single moms remained grounded and even thrived. As circumstances changed, they calmly assessed their options and made clear decisions. They didn't seem frazzled, even as their kids interrupted their Zoom meetings or their childcare situation changed for the millionth time. They followed COVID safety protocols as needed, but didn't waste energy worrying about what might happen. They worked overnight shifts on the front lines and were a rock for those going through tough times. They lost a job, but started an online business. They grieved for past family members and cared for at-risk elders, yet were still able to cherish the extra time with their kids during quarantine. These moms didn't gain the COVID-15. On the contrary, they can now do pull-ups and clapping push-ups. Instead of baking sourdough, they made cookie dough with raw superfoods. Are they freaks of nature? Isn't it normal to be a nervous wreck right now? To be unable to sleep as your mind races through every unnerving possibility? To be a scatterbrained mess as you try to work from home while keeping 3 remote learning kids on task? To call 911 with chest pains, only to find out you've had your first panic attack? To feel so burnt out and overwhelmed that you dread getting out of bed, but you can't sleep more than 4 hours because your youngest still cluster feeds at night? To end the day with a bottle of wine and not give a damn about the consequences? To have pizza for the 3rd night this week? Yes, right now, this is all normal. But if that's the case, do you want to be normal? Nobody can blame you for having trouble coping right now. On top of the global pandemic, we single moms had plenty to deal with before COVID. Most of the moms who reach out to me are dealing with at least a few additional hardships. Things like a breakup, divorce, or in the worst cases, the tragic loss of her partner. Being the sole caregiver or the sole provider. Caring for sick or elderly loved ones on top of their little ones. Working multiple jobs, going to school while working, running 1 or more businesses on her own, sometimes while going to school or working. Childcare crises. Having to suddenly learn how to handle responsibilities her partner used to take care of. Having to move or change jobs suddenly to accommodate new financial or childcare situations. Managing drastic changes to her financial situation, and all too often, unfortunately grieving a lost loved one. It's not fair. But what can we do? Unfortunately, we have only 2 choices. 1, be the victim. Fall apart, spiral downward, take solace knowing that it's not our fault and most people would do the same thing. Or 2, become the type of person we need to be to pull ourselves out of any situation life throws at us and thrive. Those really are the only 2 choices. No matter how unfair it is, no matter how difficult it is, even if it seems impossible, those are our only options. The first option is real. It's not meant to be sarcastic or patronizing. It is completely understandable why some people choose not to add to their plate during tough times. In fact, it's not always a choice. Sometimes, even with the best of intentions and our greatest efforts, we fall apart. I sincerely sympathize with anyone who, intentionally or not, finds themselves down that path. On the other hand, if the second option appeals to you, I'm here to help. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It has to be cultivated. Just as there are practices to build physical strength, there are practices for mental strength, and they happen to go hand in hand. I was lucky to know these practices before my life hit rock bottom. In the darkest time of my life, I was grieving the death of my brother and the end of my marriage, while dealing alone with the financial fallout of a failed business I co-founded with my ex, and fighting the bank to keep my home. I was the sole provider and trying to make enough money while being restricted to daycare hours. This isn't an uncommon situation. Most of the moms who reach out to me have it just as rough or worse. What makes my experience noteworthy is that I had knowledge beforehand of the exact strategies I needed to stay healthy and strong, physically and mentally, so that I could hold on to my sanity and pull myself out of that situation quickly. Let's face it, motivational memes won't cut it. Neither will admonitions to push harder and make time, or reminders about the importance of self-care and stress management. Around the world, single moms like me who make no excuses and fit in workouts whenever and however they can are not getting the results their hard work deserves because they don't know what would work best in their situation. And why should they? That's my job as a trainer. My fast recovery wasn't coincidental or accidental, and it wasn't because I was born with something others lack. Rather, I applied proven strategies based in science and millennia-old traditions and experienced their value when I was able to successfully navigate a catastrophic situation. 3 years after my life fell apart, I was thriving. I still get emotional when I think about how much my life has changed so quickly. I wasn't always resilient. In fact, for most of my life, I considered myself weak. If I could visit myself in my early 20s and show that vulnerable young woman who I am today, she wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't tell her what I went through to become this person because honestly, I'd fear what she might do if she found out what lied ahead. When it comes to resilience, there's a counterintuitive piece that most moms miss. Physical and mental strength go hand in hand, just like physical and mental health. No matter how hard you're working to think positive, practice self-love, replace unhelpful stories with empowering ones, dominate your monkey brain, master the law of attraction, or any other personal development strategies you've learned, they will only go so far if you're unable to take care of your body from the inside out. There's a physical part to the way we feel, and causality runs both ways. When bad things happen or we're under stress, the emotions we feel come with physical changes, which we're all familiar with. Hormones being released, neurons firing, neurochemical changes, muscle tension, increased heart rate, facial expressions, sweat. But on the other hand, physical changes can cause us to feel negative emotions. When we're inflamed or in pain, we feel agitated, which makes us more susceptible to other unpleasant emotions. Food sensitivities can cause emotional reactions, even severe ones, and even when there is no noticeable physical reaction. Lack of physical activity is a common cause of anxiety and depression. And no, the medical sources won't phrase it that way. But if exercise is officially recognized as an effective treatment for anxiety and depression, doesn't it imply that the lack of physical activity helped to cause it in the first place? That's like saying food is an effective treatment for starvation. And imbalances in our gut can actually change our hormones and make us feel negative emotions. On top of that, feeling bad makes bad memories surface, which makes us feel worse. The worse we feel, the harder it is to eat healthy and exercise. It's a vicious cycle. So contrary to the way most people approach hardship, the tougher our situation and the more the world demands of us, the more we have to take care of our body in order to be able to handle it. But that's not how most people think. Most mom programs assume that because moms are busy and burnt out, they need to water down their fitness and wellness regimens. Their something is better than nothing approach, of course, gets watered down results too. So many moms follow these programs and then blame themselves when they don't end up like the fitness model in the ad. Or they blame their genes and give up, thinking it's impossible for them to reach high levels of fitness and health. Some single moms opt instead for hardcore regimens that weren't designed for the unpredictability of our days and the constant interruptions we face with our kids. They fit in workouts whenever they can and push themselves to the limit, but still can't stick to the textbook perfect regimen they're aiming for. Again, too often they blame themselves, or they end up concluding they have to lower their expectations. Sadly, moms who can't figure out how to implement a full regimen have lower energy levels and lower stress thresholds because they're not maximizing their physical and mental health from the inside out. The brain fog is unbearable. They get agitated easily. They don't get deep and restful sleep during the few hours they can sleep. They lose their patience more often than they would like. It's difficult to function, let alone be effective when you're in this state. That was me for a long time. For the first year and a half of my son's life, I kept trying and failing to do what had always worked for me before. I kept thinking I just have to figure out how to mold my life around the regimen I always had before. And then finally, common sense struck me. No, I had to find a new solution that fit my new life as a mom. Luckily, I was a fitness and holistic health coach. I applied my knowledge of exercise science, nutrition, and holistic health to the realities of my life. Most moms in situations like mine aren't so lucky. They don't know why regimens are designed the way that they are, and so they don't know how to design one that gets optimal results when you can only work out in random 30 seconds bursts scattered throughout the day, or when you have a single hour to meal prep for your family for a week. That needs to change. Every single mom should know that the regimen I use exists. No matter what path they choose, everyone should at least be aware that there's a hardcore regimen option for parents of young kids with no uninterrupted time for traditional workouts and meticulous meal plans. But that's not enough. We can't stick to a rigorous regimen if we don't dominate every other aspect of our lives. Just to carve out the few minutes a day an efficient regimen requires and muster the energy to actually do it, we need to master time management, practice extreme prioritization, maximize every minute of sleep we can get, have the courage to stand up to outside pressures and live in line with our values, be able to make clear decisions despite strong emotions, manage our willpower and cultivate discipline, foster healthy and supportive relationships, and develop high levels of self-awareness. As if that isn't hard enough, when life is at its worst, apathy, anxiety, and depression kick in. We feel hopeless and defeated and think, F it! Sometimes we need a tiny bit of relief from that dark place just to be able to take our first baby step. And so, discover the Fight It, Don't Fear It challenge. I've put together a challenge that addresses all of this. The fitness regimen, the nutrition regimen, the psych hacks, the stress management techniques, the mindfulness practice, and yes, the tiny bit of instant relief you need to be able to start. All of it. Imagine another mom saying, I don't know how you do it. You make it look so easy. Imagine having the energy to enjoy running around with your kids, or being described as the strongest woman I know, either in the context of lifting or dealing with a crisis. Imagine being asked what makeup you use when you're not wearing makeup and you got 3 hours of sleep. These are the kinds of breakthroughs moms have when they implement the practices in this challenge. Fitness performance increases, mental clarity is enhanced, stress thresholds rise. You remain centered in the most chaotic situations. Your skin tightens and glows. Unmelted fat melts away. In this challenge, about 10 pounds on average for moms who are looking to lose. Sleep quality improves, energy rises, your confidence in making tough decisions grows. Families become closer. I see these changes all the time. Single moms like you begin to thrive. There are a lot of programs out there, and no one program is perfect for everybody, So let me tell you who's likely to thrive in this program and who it might not resonate with as much. This isn't for you if you're looking for help with a lack of motivation. Beachbody's great at that. They're really good at inspiring moms, and they're great for beginners who aren't so into fitness and nutrition. I include some motivation and inspiration in my program, but the focus is on practical solutions. This is for moms who don't need to be told, you can do it. They need to be told how to do it. It's especially for moms who were really into their regimens before life got tough and simply don't know how to make it work right now. It's for moms who miss it. Struggling with burnout is fine, but if you're not a health and fitness enthusiast or strongly motivated to become one, this program probably won't resonate with you as much. While this program has enough information for beginners, usually the beginners who thrive in it have a strong reason for starting their regimen now in this chaos. Some of them have, say, a diagnosis with a medical condition that requires lifestyle changes. If you're simply not that into healthy food or you hate working out, this program might not be a good match for you. This isn't for you if you're looking for a quick fix. If you're looking to lose weight quickly for an event, you might want to try a program that's geared towards that goal. But beware, extreme challenges don't get lasting results. Sometimes you lose a bunch of water weight and you crash your metabolism, and then the weight piles right back on, plus more, days after the challenge ends. Other times you get great results with a quality regimen, but it isn't sustainable. Either it's too much to do long term, or they don't teach you how to progress it in the long term. In the end, you plateau or fall off the wagon when life happens. Often with these unsustainable regimens, single moms barely get through the first few days. Many times they receive a ton of checklists and instructions, videos, meal plans, but they don't have the time to look it all over before the challenge begins, and so they never even start. The Fight It, Don't Fear It challenge lays the foundation for a permanent lifestyle change. It teaches you everything you need to continue in the long term. You'll get results during the program for sure, and I'll show you the proof, but the expectation is that you'll get most of your results by continuing to implement these basic practices in the long term. I even show you how to progress your regimen so that you don't get bored or plateau. The 30-day challenge is just the beginning of your journey. This program isn't ideal for moms with older kids unless you're often active together. We reduce the time needed for structured workouts by supplementing with active play. It's a big part of the reason we're able to get results comparable to a traditional high-quality regimen without having to carve out as much time. We recruit the little ones who interrupt our workouts to instead keep us on track with our physical activity goals. It's ideal for moms with kids under 10 or families who are active together. This program is perfect for you if you are a single mom with young kids. It's for you if you're a health and fitness enthusiast and committed to personal growth, but don't have enough uninterrupted time for other hardcore regimens. It's for you if you're tenacious and refuse to settle. You've been trying your damn best, but can't seem to figure out how to get great results during these crazy times. You just need someone to tell you what will actually work with your chaotic life, and you'll soar. Jules is a newly single mom of 3, including one child with special needs, and she's going through a painful divorce. I received this text from her during the challenge. Among other things, she says, "Today is the first day in a long time I'm not completely sluggish. Thank you for what you're doing. It may have been just what I needed in life." When I asked her if I could use that as a testimonial, she added, "I lost over 15 pounds with your guidance, and although I wasn't the most active throughout the month, I still practiced everything else." She got those results without following the entire program. That's important. If you're a single mom and your regimen depends on you being able to stick to it 100%, you're setting yourself up for failure. Life will happen. Your regimen needs to be strong enough to get results when you can't stick to it 100%. You'll get excellent results sticking to this challenge 80%. You'll see great results with just 50%. And you'll notice some results with as little as 10%. And just a side note, in case you read her entire message, no supplements or other additional purchases are required. I do make a few suggestions like the ashwagandha Jules references, but I'm never compensated for anything that I suggest you buy. Lauren, on the other hand, was very active. Her family owns a landscaping business, so she does hard manual labor all the time. She was surprised that the regimen challenged her. The workouts are really great. I assumed because my job is physical that I was getting a good amount of exercise, but once I started doing the workouts, I realized how out of shape I am, going to keep working on them. I can attribute at least 16 pounds of weight loss directly to the challenge. As you can see, both of these moms lost over 15 pounds, which is pretty common in the challenge. Now, this isn't a weight loss challenge. Not every mom is trying to lose weight. However, the practices in this challenge help your body to move toward or maintain a healthy weight. Losing weight fast isn't always good. It can mean you're crashing your metabolism, releasing water weight, or losing muscle. If you're at or close to a healthy weight, you should aim for slower weight loss, usually 1 to 2 pounds per week max, not counting daily fluctuations. And if you're close to your ideal weight, it should be even slower. However, for moms who are looking to lose a significant amount of weight, losing about 15 pounds during this challenge is common. This challenge is as much about the mental benefits as the physical ones. Toward the end of the challenge, Denise, a working single mom, texted me about a personal situation. After we talked it out, she said, "You are better than going to a therapist. Coming from a psychologist, it's a lot to say. You have no idea, you rock." Julie is a full-time student and single mom of a toddler. By participating in this challenge, you have the opportunity to apply for free live coaching sessions. During one of these coaching sessions, Julie realized that she's handling finals week this year so much better than last year, even though there's the added stress of a global pandemic.
Accomplishment. I hadn't really thought about it quite like that, but yeah, it's definitely different too, because a year ago I would have been like freaking out and just like, "Mom, I need you to be doing something, or I need your help," or I'm just like, I'm freaking out. Yeah. To not be feeling like that is pretty great.
And last year, you weren't in a global pandemic.
Right, yeah, that too.
Look at you dealing with the same thing, plus a global crisis, and you're just like, all right, yes, this is stressful, but I'm gonna do what I need to do and keep it together, and it.
She's also seeing other results.
Notice the difference, so.
Yeah. Well, I was getting to the point over the last couple of weeks where even my mom and family members were starting to notice, and like my boyfriend, when he's seen me, he's like, "Wow, you can really tell a difference." So I was like, "Oh, that's good," and I could tell in myself that just things like carrying the big jugs of water upstairs to the water cooler was easier, and I just felt stronger, had more stamina, a lot better mental clarity. So all of that was really good and noticing a difference.
Whether you're looking mainly for the physical changes or the mental benefits, you'll get the best results if you address both. I hope you'll allow me to introduce you to the practices that help moms in the toughest situations to create lives we love and thrive. Now, those of you who are skeptics like me are probably wondering, how can this program possibly be better than everything else I've tried? Is it really that different? Yes, it is. Everything in this program was meticulously designed for the life of a busy single mom. I didn't create textbook perfect regimens and tell moms to change their life to fit my plan. I started with the life of a busy single mom and applied science and proven practices to that situation. The result is a regimen that looks like nothing you've seen before, yet gets results comparable to a traditional high-quality regimen. I tested my regimen with busy moms around the world before I launched Super Busy Mommy Coaching. It's proven. The regimen is rolled out one step at a time. Action steps average 5 minutes. Workouts take only about a minute at a time and can be woven throughout your day. You get advanced notice before having to implement anything because I know any change to your routine takes planning. I've eliminated all of the nice to have practices and boiled it down to the most high impact ones that make the biggest difference under the conditions single moms face. You don't need to know more things you should be doing. You need to know what will actually work in real life, what will make a real difference in the little bit of time you can carve out. I've agonized over every detail to make it as user-friendly as possible. The challenge is live and interactive. I'm actually in the Facebook group, giving moms feedback on their form, asking questions to dig deeper, even tweaking the regimen for individuals as needed. When you message me, I answer. Not a robot, not a staff member. You literally have your coach in your pocket. You get the opportunity to pair up with an accountability buddy. The moms who join are incredible, absolutely inspirational. One of my favorite parts about running this program is that I get to surround myself with moms who understand the challenges I face as a single mom and support my firm commitment to fitness, health, and personal growth. I didn't have those in my life before I started doing this work. The Fight It, Don't Fear It challenge includes the flexible hardcore fitness regimen. It has modifications for beginners through advanced, really advanced, and guidance on how to continue progressing after the challenge ends. You get streamlined nutrition guidelines so you can plan your own meals with foods you choose that you can get at your local supermarket. And of course, the mindfulness practices. Most of them can be done throughout your daily life, so you don't have to carve out a ton of time for this. You get psych hacks to increase willpower and make new habits stick, and advanced stress management techniques. Because let's face it, by now we all know about taking deep breaths. And of course, tons of tips and tricks to deal with the most common challenges single moms face. Here are a few things you'll discover. How do you make healthy meals with minimum time or money? What can you do if you don't have uninterrupted time for workouts? How do you separate from your emotions so they can't control you without suppressing them in an unhealthy way? How do you maximize whatever amount of sleep you can actually get? What are natural ways to combat the biological side of stress? How can you raise your stress threshold? How do you reduce craving? If there is any doubt in your mind that this program can address your needs, I want you to text me right now letting me know what you're thinking. I'm at Super Busy Mommy Coach on Facebook and Instagram. I'll answer personally. I know there's a lot of conflicting information out there and you've heard bogus promises before. Seriously, text me. If I can't respond right now, I'm a busy single mom too. You'll hear back from me soon. No program is for everybody. If this isn't the right fit for you, I'll let you know. And if it is, I want to make sure you have all the information you need to feel confident joining. I take it even further. Love the program or I'll refund your money, no questions asked. 2020 has brought unprecedented challenges for families around the world. Physical, mental, and logistical challenges. I'm looking for badass single moms to join me in this challenge to end the year strong and prepare for whatever 2021 will bring. It's not about looking good for your holiday party, though that's a bonus. Single moms need a program like this to stay sane and crush the demands life puts on us, whether it's COVID-19 or any crisis. The future will be like nothing we've ever seen before. I'm getting together a group of strong, empowered moms to support each other in developing practices to stay fit, healthy, and centered no matter what the future holds. Are you in? If so, click the button below this video to sign up, and be sure to spread the word to your busy mom friends. Hopefully I've convinced you that this is definitely, hands down, the best program for single moms. But how is this better than free YouTube workouts or hiring an online trainer for customized workouts? I know you have other options. There are tons of free YouTube workout videos. However, those are meant to be done uninterrupted and aren't tailored to your situation. Most of those workouts won't be nearly as effective if you have to pause them 10 times. Plus, they aren't customized for your fitness level. Even if they're labeled beginner or advanced, they rarely have several modifications for each exercise so you can tailor it to your needs. When you're a busy single mom, you have to make every minute count. Doing a cookie cutter workout won't cut it. The workouts in the Fight It, Don't Fear It challenge, on the other hand, have several modifications for each exercise and tell you how to select the right one for you. This will maximize the results you get for the time you can invest. The workouts are designed to be done in short bursts, so they are literally interruption proof. In fact, getting more rest between sets will improve your results because we're challenging different energy pathways than they do in most home workouts. And those of you who are fitness nerds can look that up. Another option you have is to hire an online trainer. Programs vary, but $199 a month is common, more if nutrition is included. What they don't tell you is that they usually use software that allows them to copy and paste the same regimen for multiple clients and automate messages. You think you're getting a customized program and that your trainer is checking in on you, when really, it's all bots. Of course, that's not true of everybody, but if they really are customized one-on-one training sessions, the price is usually closer to what you would pay at the gym, $60 to $150 per workout, which easily can total over $1,000 a month. Nutrition and health coaches often charge $100 to $250 per 45-minute session. Don't get me wrong, getting one-on-one attention and advice from a heart-led expert is priceless, well worth any fee that they charge. But you have to know that the person you're working with is the real deal. And even if they are, it can be cost-effective to do courses or group programs first to learn the basics, and then hire a coach to go deeper into your individual needs afterwards. That's what I suggest to most of the moms who come to me for coaching. Also, you don't get to meet like-minded moms by doing it one-on-one, which means you miss out on a valuable opportunity to build your support network. The Fight It, Don't Fear It challenge offers the perfect baseline for single moms looking to implement a comprehensive fitness and holistic health regimen. You get the fitness, nutrition, mindfulness, and stress management strategies you need to see results and make these lifestyle changes last. You have your coach in your pocket, giving you feedback and answering your questions. You meet like-minded moms who are determined to reach and maintain high levels of fitness and health, mentally and physically. And of course, all of this is designed specifically for single moms in tough situations. How many experts specialize in that? I hope you'll join the community of single moms who are stopped by nothing. Click the button below to reserve your spot. Here are some of the questions I get asked most often. What do I need? You don't need anything. You don't need any fitness equipment. You don't need experience. The nutrition regimen centers on real food that you can get at a supermarket, not expensive shakes or supplements that drain your wallet, too often while padding the wallet of the person leading that challenge. Once you join, the only thing you'll have to buy is your groceries. Do you give me a meal plan? No, meal plans are not sustainable. Unless you eat the same meals over and over for the rest of your life, you haven't learned how to maintain your healthy regimen long term. Plus, how can I provide a single quality meal plan that would work for every mom who signs up? And then what if you don't like half the food in it? Instead, I teach you how to create your own healthy meals and adjust them based on your body's response, because nutritional needs vary person to person. Anyone who gives a single meal plan for everybody is depending on the bell curve effect, that those in the middle will do well and those closer to the ends won't get any results and they just don't care. What do I have to do? The regimen consists of 18 resilience habits for fitness, nutrition, and stress management. Each day, you'll receive information and action steps. For example, a 5-minute informational video and a task that takes 3 minutes. You don't have to do or know anything before the program begins. The first week is prep week. You'll learn a little about the regimen, carve out time, and go grocery shopping. After that, you'll learn and practice the resilience habits over the next 10 days. Then you'll aim to do all of the resilience habits each day for the last 20 days. During this time, I continue to provide advanced tips and tricks to help you tweak and perfect your practice. And I get this one a lot because everyone likes to join with friends. Can someone who isn't a single mom join? Married moms and moms in relationships are very welcome to participate. Over time, I found that this challenge is great for any mom with young kids who's in a difficult situation. Military spouses and moms with husbands who work crazy shifts often face many of the same obstacles as single moms. And moms who are facing multiple hardships benefit from the exact same strategies. And therefore, you don't have to be a single mom to join. Moms with older kids, dog moms, women with no kids or fur babies are all welcome to join, with the understanding that they'll have to modify the active play suggestions accordingly. This program is equally effective for men. However, the Facebook group is only open to women. We post videos of workouts first thing in the morning and right before bed, often in clothes we wouldn't wear in public. And in order to make it a comfortable place to do so, I restrict the Facebook group to women only. If you want to join with a boyfriend or a male family member, they're welcome to participate by email. If your question isn't answered here, send me a message. I'll text you back personally, usually within a couple hours. If you've made it this far into the video, you know you need this in your life. Click the sign up button to reserve your spot, or if you have any hesitation, text me so I can give you the information you need to decide if this is right for you. I look forward to learning and growing with you, and of course, seeing your results.